Yo. Yo, what the hell? Why why is it why is it red? What's good, guys? What's poppin'? What's poppin'? All right, guys. I know today was a little bit of a later stream. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I wasn't even planning on going live in the morning. I think Paul was still speaking, but I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, I am seeing a setup. I'm sure you guys see it as well. It's not a bad looking setup. Now, there's a few things behind it though. I will say. All right, so we're about to talk about it right now. All right, guys. All right, let me start up the screen share. Give me 1 second. All right, bet. Let me know if you guys can see the screen share over here. But all right, guys. Here's what we have going on for today or for right now. All right, now I will say, bro, that's bro. I don't know how it's read, bro, but I like it. Anyways, okay. So, today is definitely gonna be a weird day. Yo, come on now, bro. Hold on, let me go live on YouTube real quick. All right, there you go. Anyways, okay. So, guys, today is a little bit of a weird day, and the reason I'm saying today is a little bit of a weird day is mainly because today we have Powell speaking, and he's currently speaking right now, if I'm not mistaken. All right, I could be wrong, but you guys can, if you guys are tuning into his stream, or not his stream, but the YouTube stream of him speaking, you guys can let me know if he's speaking right now or if he's done. All right, but in the meantime, here's what we got going on. All right, so we're gonna start over on ES. All right, we have a few things to work around. All right, ES is we have a huge SMT today. All right, probably the biggest SMT that we've seen this week. All right, as you guys see on ES on the 5 and 15 minute time frame, right, we're pretty bullish. On NQ on the 5 and 15 minute time frame, we're pretty bearish. What does this mean? Well, what this means is it gets a little bit confusing. All right, now the reason I'm saying that is because ES took out the high, the London high, but not the London low. NQ took out the London low, but not the London high. All right, so today's gonna be a little bit confusing, is what I'm trying to say. All right, we have the listing of the brothers of the entire stock market going against each other. All right, that is not supposed to be happening. All right, so the setup that I want to personally take for today, or the setup that I want to personally look for today. Wait, let me go ahead and see if I'm live. Give me 1 second. What's good, YouTube? What's going on, guys? What's going on? Let me go ahead and put out that I'm live trading real quick. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me go here, trading chat, put it out real quick. Boom. There we go. Okay. So, yeah, pretty much what I was trying to say, guys, is we don't know if we're bearish or we don't know if we're bullish, mainly because we're gonna say the brothers, right? NQ and ES, they're going against each other. Right, it's very complicated to get a very stable read with both Powell speaking and ES and NQ having one of the biggest SMTs that we've had for the last maybe 2 weeks. All right, so bro, it's the same ticker every time, bro. It's NQ. All right, you can see by the price here. Anyways, so what we have going on, guys, is the reason I'm getting on stream is mainly because we do have a setup on NQ, right? As you guys see right here, if you go on the 5 minute time frame, right? You can also use the 15 minute, but the 15 minute isn't that interesting. The 5 minute looks way better, right? But on the 5 minute time frame, as you can see right here, the market sold off because Powell said something, and right now it's currently selling off a little bit more because Powell is probably still speaking right now and he's making the markets go crazy. But currently, what we have going on is if we measure out this candle, it's about a 49-point sell-off. Right, you guys know the deal. When the candle is more than 40 points, that's an imbalance in the market, right? Then you're gonna start looking for your fair value gap. The fair value gap, you measure from this candle right here to this candle right over here, right? Giving us this gap right here. All right, now the thing is, it's the bias. All right, the bias is a little bit all over the place. Like I said, ES took out the high, which is making NQ sell off. NQ took out the low, which we might sweep and make ES go up. It's very confusing. All right, so what we're gonna be doing in the meantime is before we get the setup, because I'm not gonna lie, it's very far away. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. If you want the setup to kind of play out, and for us to really take the setup this morning, we need Powell to kind of say something bullish in the next few minutes, so the market can kind of like start leading up into the fair value gap, so we can then look for the setup. All right. So what I'm trying to look for right now, guys, is obviously you guys know ES is a lot closer to this level of liquidity. So I would say it's safe to say that if NQ goes up, obviously ES will also go up. As long as ES is able to hold above this level of this London high drawn liquidity right over here, if we're able to hold above it, it will just show that buyers are in still somewhat of the control, and we can aim towards the Asia high or maybe even the external high right over here. All right. If ES can hold above this high up here, this will confirm that ES is bullish. right? That buyers are still in control. If ES is still showing that we are bullish, this means that buyers are also going to be stepping in on NQ. But keep in mind, NQ has not taken out the highs yet. It hasn't taken out the London high. I mean, this internal high. It also hasn't taken out this London high. And it also hasn't taken out, obviously, the Asia high above. All right. So what we're looking to see right now, guys, is step one. Hear me out, because I don't want you guys questioning the setup, a million times. All right. Hear me out. Step one. Yes, this candle or whichever candle, before we take longs, if we do end up taking longs, we need this candle to hold above the London high. All right. Once you get this one confirmation, the next confirmation, we check out the level of liquidity, the London low level of liquidity. All right. We're about to hold above it. Obviously, if we go up, we're going to be holding above it, which will confirm the DOL sweep. As we're going up and as we're getting more green candles, we're obviously going to be creating lower lows, lower highs into higher highs and higher lows, which means the MSS model. Now, we need enough buying pressure for obviously ES to show us that we want to go higher into the Asia high to give NQ more room for higher. And we also need enough buying pressure to inverse this one fair value gap. That's about almost 100 points away. It's about 70 points away. All right. So not only do we need enough buying pressure to really push up into the inverse, but we also need enough buying pressure to really hold above the DOL sweep that we had on ES. All right, guys. So this is the current game plan for now. All right. Now, could it go against us right now or before it plays out? Yes. Why? Because Powell is still speaking. Like I said, I wasn't really planning on going live anytime soon until the PM session, but I don't know. I saw the market started moving quite a bit. I mean, it's doing its own thing and everything. So we could probably get something going. All right. He's done. Let me check. Let me double check. Give me 1 second here. YouTube. Powell speaking. Let me check for you. Yep, he's done. I'm not gonna trust this one. This doesn't really look too reliable. Yep, it seems like Powell is done speaking. So I guess the market is kind of doing its own thing now. Let me see. Yep, Powell is done speaking. Okay, so that's good. All right, so whatever the market's doing now, I guess it will stick to it. All right, I know we were leaning more towards bullish. Now, you guys might be wondering, all right, hey, you're bullish, but the market is going down. What else can we do? Well, we can still take downside. I'm not saying that we definitely can't take downside, but if we're going to be taking downside, we won't be taking it on NQ. Instead, we're going to be taking it over on ES. Why? Well, just like how I explained for quite some time, if you look over at ES, right, ES has the reason why it has to go down. Right? It took out the London high, it swept it, selling pressure is kicking in, we're breaking lows, confirming the MSS model. Now the only issue is do we have a setup? And we don't. That's the problem. All right, so if NQ wants to go lower, sure, it makes sense, right? But the problem, the reason as to why we can't really take NQ shorts right now is because we don't have the confirmations for it. We do have the setup, but we don't have the confirmations. On ES, we have the confirmations, but we don't have the setup. Right, so it's kind of like the opposite, pretty much. All right, but the reason I'm liking NQ or ES more for shorts is, like I said, we have a reason as to why we want to go down. We took out the highs, we have room for lower, we just don't have a setup. On NQ, it's the other way around. We took out the lows, and we don't have the confirmation to take longs. All right, so like I said, today is a little bit confusing or tricky, for example. All right, now someone here said NQ. Doesn't NQ have the confirmation which is holding below the London low to go lower? Yes. But the problem is do we have a setup? Maybe on the 15-minute. All right, yeah, on the 15-minute, maybe we have something here, but it could take some time, about 20 minutes to really form. And with the selling pressure kicking in 20 minutes, bro, that's way too long. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Now, I will say we do have a gap here on the 15-minute time frame, right? We have a gap here and we have a gap here. All right? Which is probably what you're talking about, the external gap. Yes. Now, keep this in mind. If you go over to the 5-minute time frame, we have a level of liquidity. I'm pretty sure it was around, where was it? Unless oh no, it was right here. Oh, oops, I put the wrong chart. Right here. All right, so in fact, we actually just took out this level of liquidity. It's not, now, keep in mind, it's not the strongest level of liquidity. In fact, it's not strong at all, but it is there. It is there. So, why exactly is this a level of liquidity? Well, obviously, the market sold off, and it pushed up. It did its own thing to reverse, right? It pushed up, it pulled back a little bit here, and then it went even higher. All right, so this pullback right here is obviously known as the level of liquidity, although it doesn't look super strong. Since there was a lot of chop, it is still considered a pullback here in the market. So we're going to see, right? Obviously, the market can get a little bit weak here. We can continue going down. Now, if we hold below this level of liquidity over here, honestly, with the amount of selling pressure kicking in, we could probably take NQ shorts from this 15-minute inverse, it wouldn't look horrible. It really wouldn't. But it all depends as to what we do here. Because remember, guys, we have a 15-minute fair value gap right over here and right over here. If you guys want to inverse this one, you're going to shoot right down into this one. All right, so keep that in mind. All right, weird how NQ is the weaker one. Nah, it's not weird. In fact, it's pretty normal. It's called an SMT divergence. All right, some days, you know what I mean, one might be weaker than the other. Because remember, NQ, I'm pretty sure it measures tech stocks, and the S&P just measures the top 500 best performing stocks. All right, so if tech is weaker, obviously ES might go down with it, but not as strong. All right, so yeah. Now, we are selling off quite a bit. So like I said, if we do want to inverse this gap over here, we could probably take it all the way down into this low right here at 600, which wouldn't be a horrible trade in my opinion. So yeah. Now, like I said, I was hoping that we could take something on ES, but look at how weak the both are. Look at this. ES not really doing much, NQ doing a lot more. You know what I mean? So we could probably take something more interesting on NQ. For today, we'll have to use a 35-point stop loss just because the volume is a lot, a lot more volatile. And we can look to target something like 85 points around there. All right. But yeah, so far, like I said, as long as you're able to sell off and hold below these two levels of liquidity with no signs of a sweep, no signs of buying, talking, not talking, coming in, we could probably take something into shorts here. So yeah. Now, in the meantime, let me kind of get this ready. And the one thing that kind of sucks here is we're only gonna have one price target to the downside. So it's gonna be like we're gonna be trimming beforehand, as we get the push down. But yeah, then we don't always get just one price target on this one on our usual trades. Yeah, no, the selling is coming in very, very strong. Now I'm just hoping that we don't get, the market doesn't sell off too hard. I'm actually hoping that we get like a little pullback before we go a little bit lower, because guys, look at the 5-minute time frame. It's red candle, red candle, red candle, red candle, red candle. You know what I mean? So eventually the market is gonna, sellers are gonna get a little bit exhausted and buyers are gonna step in quite a bit. All right. So hopefully, if we do take this inverse, we don't get caught up in the middle of that, because obviously, who would want to get caught up in the middle? All right, and there you go. So yeah, hopefully, maybe for the next 5 to 10, maybe 15 minutes, we can see a little bit of green. Obviously, not enough green to reverse the markets, but enough green to be like, hey, there's gonna be a pullback, then we're gonna go lower, right? You guys know in a bearish trend, the way it works is lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. So right now, what I want to see is right now all we're making is lower lows, right? We don't have any lower highs. We haven't had a pullback in the last maybe 25 minutes. So yeah, hopefully we're able to see some sort of a pullback to the upside, and then we go back down. All right. So yeah, because I as much as I want to take shorts, I also don't want to get caught, chasing shorts all the way down. All right. But we'll see. We'll see. No matter what happens, if the selling pressure looks good, we'll take it no matter what. All right. Now, I will say we do have this 15 minutes to kind of worry about, kind of forming very, very soon. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. But from the looks of it, we took out the London, we took out the Asia, we took out the external. The only one, realistically, the only level that we have left to really trade here is 22,600. That's literally the only level. All right, that we can target here. And obviously, we could also target this London low on ES. If it hits it first, we could take some skills out on NQ as well. All right. But yeah, hopefully no 2-hour trade. I mean, look, bro, yesterday I know we got caught up in the markets quite a little bit, but bro, we literally had a last second comeback, bro. I don't know how we did it, but we did it. All right. So I don't feel as annoyed. I don't really feel as beat up with the markets, because, bro, guys, you know what it is waiting 2 hours? Yeah, bro, a buzzer beater pretty much. But you know what it is waiting 2 hours to get stopped out, to then wait all day long for the final 30 minutes of market open, to then take another trade. Bro. But hey, and by the way, for the people on YouTube, I know you guys in here probably, I didn't really stream the second trade that we caught, but for those wondering on YouTube, guys, I ended up taking NQ longs yesterday before the market closed, about 40 minutes before the market closed. We took NQ longs. This was the setup. Actually, I explained the setup on stream before we got off, I'm pretty sure. You guys remember when I was like, oh, guys, we're looking for the inverse, later on if we get buying pressure and all that stuff, right? How I wasn't looking to take it because it was choppy. Well, at the end of the day, we ended up getting the volume and we took it, and it ended up resulting in a 50-point trade, and I made everything back and a little bit more on the trade. So not bad at all. Not bad at all. We caught it for over 50 points, and yeah, it ended up hitting all of our 3 price targets. So we made everything back and more yesterday. So for the people on YouTube thinking that we were red yesterday, we made it back. We made it back. All right. But yeah. Let me see. Blast, is it a dumb idea to just short one micro while in a consistent downtrend? If you want to do that, that's known as a starter position. It is a little bit risky because obviously you don't have the confirmations, you don't have the setups, you don't have anything. So you're pretty much just kind of gambling it as the market is going. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to be a little bit early to the party and maybe make risk to make a little bit more gains, you could. But for me, I kind of just wait for my setup and that's it. You know what I mean? But yeah, anyways, okay, so yeah, the way the setup is looking, honestly, I'm kind of really liking it here. The selling pressure is coming in really, really strong here. ES, it still has a little bit more room to the downside. If anything, I'm sure by the time we inverse the gap on NQ and we shoot even lower, we should be able to get like about 30 points for a scalp before we hit this London low on ES. Yeah, we should be able to do that. But yeah, no, NQ is dying down like crazy. In fact, the whole market is dying. Look at Bitcoin. Yeah, no, the whole market is dying down right now like crazy. So we'll see what we can do there. I guess Powell might have said something super bearish at the end of the thing. Yes or NQ? NQ, NQ, NQ. Guys, remember, if you're ever wondering what contracts I'm trading, look at the price. If this says, oh, by the way, we're about to inverse here. Oh my, yo. Hold on. Let me lock in real quick. Hold up. Let me lock in real quick. Give me a second. Let me see if I can find an entry here soon. I'm looking, maybe if we can get another impulse down, we can definitely catch something there. But what I was gonna say, guys, is if you guys are ever wondering what contracts I'm trading, look at the price. If it says 22,000, that's NQ. If it says 6,000, that's ES. ES will never be at 22,000. All right, guys. So just look at the price. All right, pretty simple, pretty simple. All right, but yeah, let me see if I can take some shorts somewhere. Obviously I'm still not in yet. So I'm gonna be looking for to see if we can get another pullback to the downside here. To see if we can catch something here. All right, guys. But yeah, pay attention. Pay attention. Have your mouse over the sell button and be ready. All right. But yeah, like I said, we still have a little bit more room to the downside here. So I will say that if NQ does end up holding this inverse over here, as ES never took out the London low, we could still have a lot of room for lower. Remember, we don't have any levels of liquidity until the 600s, so we have a lot of room to the downside. All right. But yeah, we'll see what we can work with. Now, obviously, we're hoping that this 15-minute holds down because if this 15-minute doesn't get respected, we don't really have another step to really take. I mean, we kind of do on the 15-minute right over here, but that will be a whole nother retracement. All right, so if we want to take shorts, with an impulse, we would need an inverse. All right, but we're still waiting on that. So far, no entry from me yet, and hopefully you guys didn't really, um, what is it? Didn't really rush it. But yeah, we're still waiting. So if we get one more push down, right now we're getting a little bit of a pullback. We're getting the green candle that we needed. So obviously, like I said, we were waiting on this, but now all we need is in the next 11 minutes, we need this candle right here to shoot right back down. Once it shoots back down, we enter. All right, but so far nothing yet, guys. So far nothing yet. All right, Trump is live soon. What? What do you mean Trump is live soon? I didn't see anything on Forex Factory. Is this A plus with the selling pressure coming in? Yeah, in my opinion, yeah. But so far, I didn't really get an entry yet. So like I said, I'm waiting. This is the pullback that we were expecting. You guys know how I said it like 2 minutes ago. Like, hey, we're waiting for a lower high to be created, and then we go back down to a lower low. That's what we're waiting on. So this should be the lower high that we're waiting on right now. But what do you mean Trump is going live soon? I didn't really get any word that what's it called? That Trump was speaking. But it seems like we're about to get the pullback right now, guys. So be ready. Remember, have your finger over the sell button and be ready for this, guys. All right. This was the pullback that we needed. Obviously, the market needed a healthy pullback. Once you got it, now we're ready to go right back down. All right, guys. So be ready for that. So once again, once we break below the gap once again, I'll be in. All right, guys. Let me make sure I have all my stop losses placed. 22, 21. Okay. Let me go ahead and check this real quick. Yeah, we're getting the pullback once again. Or not we're going back down pretty much. If you guys want to do this a little bit lighter just because the market is more volatile, you definitely could. But yeah. Why wouldn't this be an IFEG? What do you mean? Yeah, we're waiting on it. This is an IFEG. We're just waiting for it to kind of break below it so we can enter. Yes, I'm personally full sizing. Yes, I'll be doing 10. But if you guys don't want to be risking 35 points with full size, just do 7 or just something light. You know what I mean? But in the meantime, we're still waiting on it. But yeah, okay. So this candle right here, this should be the pullback. Like I said, as long as we're able to get a selling candle in the next 9 minutes below the gap, we should be good. All right. Bless you know you said I know I just said that. Oh, 30 to 35 points, man. It's on the screen, guys. It's on the screen. What would you reckon for freshly 7? Is that a 60-point stop loss? No, bro. It's 30 points, bro. 35 points. No, it's just a pullback. Remember, bro. Look at the 5 minute. We're in a bearish trend, obviously. Selling. Where's the lower high that has to be created? Right? It's nowhere to be found. So right now we're getting somewhat of a pullback. So give it time before we actually get the setup going. All right, like I said, as long as we're able to in the next 8 minutes, as long as we're able to hold below the gap, we should be good for an entry. If it's not, then you know what I mean. Promoting, bro. Like I said, I don't want it in here. Let me see something. Hold on. But anyways, okay. So far the 5 minutes is still kind of a doji candle. Like I said, we're still waiting on the selling, so we can see if we can find an entry here. Let me see. I'm just hoping that the selling doesn't die down because we like I said, guys, we need if this candle fakes out the fair value gap, the next one probably won't be as respected if we do sell off. We can still find an entry as long as the selling pressure is there, but I don't know. We need this candle to really sell off. We need this candle to just sell off in the next 5 minutes and 30 seconds. Yeah, from the looks of it, this pullback might take a little bit more, a few more minutes before. I mean, after the candle closes. Um, but we'll see. We're getting a little bit of selling here. I mean, if this candle closes, we could still take the inverse. It just won't look as good. And if anything, I'll just do 7 contracts. Just because the fair value gap is already inversed. If we inverse it again, you know what I mean? It's kind of like a little bit hectic. Let me see if there's anything else just in case that might stop us. No, not another 15 minute, maybe the 5 minute. No, just this one down here, which is at the price target pretty much. Yeah, but so far we're kind of just like dojing out. You know what I mean? Look at these two candles, doji candles. All right, let's see. We're getting a little bit more selling pressure here, which is probably what we want to see. As long as this candle doesn't hold down as a doji, we're good. A lot of buy orders at 275. Yeah, so it's probably just gonna shoot into to take out that liquidity. All right, let's see. We're breaking the lows on the 5 minute as well. Look at this right here. Yeah, we're on a little bit of a time crunch. This is probably gonna inverse like last second probably. But I would really prefer that this candle inverses on this 150-minute candle. I don't want it to be on the next one. And ES, whoa, ES is holding green. That's surprising. Well, obviously ES does have the bullish SMT to be fair, so that's not a really big deal. But yeah, from the looks of it, we're probably gonna have to wait for the next candle to close. And if anything, I'll just do 7 contracts off that one. Yeah, this trade is gonna be. You guys gotta lock in. You guys gotta be real focused on this one, man, for real. All right, let's see. We're getting a little bit more selling here. I guess it was just like a little push there. All right, guys, be ready, be ready, be ready, be ready, be ready, be ready. We're getting the sell off here. All right, we're below the gap here. Let me see if I can find an entry here soon. I need to see that we get an impulse because obviously I don't want to get faked out like yesterday or chopped out is what I'm trying to say. We didn't really get faked out too much yesterday. Yeah, ES does have a lot of room for lower though, so that's always a good thing for NQ as NQ is the one leading. Obviously, if ES being the weaker one goes lower, obviously NQ is gonna go a lot lower as well, especially into the 600s. But yeah, guys, be ready. In the meantime, hover your mouse over the sell button just so you guys are ready at all times. All right. Yeah, so far nothing. It seemed like it was just like a little push down. If anything, yeah, from the looks of it, we might have to wait for the next one. Which honestly I'm fine with. As long as the selling pressure stays alive, we should be good. All right, guys. But yeah, all right, we're getting one more push down here. Let's see if we can find an entry. I don't want to get a late entry either as well. Let's see. There it is. There's the push down. Let's see. Can we hold it? If we can hold it, I'm gonna enter soon. All right, I'm in, guys. I'm in. All right, I got filled at 681. 681. Make sure it's looking good here. Thank you, shorts. 2261. All right, bet. Put this out. All right, guys, we're in. We're in these. All right, but let's see what we got to work with for today. Remember, we're using a 35-point stop loss today, just because the volume is a little bit hectic. It's a little bit pretty, like really volatile. So yeah. All right, now let's have a look over here. ES isn't really reacting as much. So I guess for our first price target, it's either we see 600 on NQ all the way down here, which is 80 points away, which is really far, or we see 6,227 on ES before we see that, and we could also take trims. Or if we see 35 points, we can also scale half, before we see any price targets. All right, but yeah, so far what we're looking for right now, guys, is a nice push below this gap. As long as we're able to hold it below it, which will close in about 20 seconds, we should be good. All right, guys. So, let me place my stop loss. I always almost forget to place my stop loss. 721 will be my stop. Buy 10 stop right there. There we go. Let's see how this holds. Hopefully we don't get caught in any weird pullbacks. Obviously, you guys saw we had 2 pullbacks here. So as long as the selling pressure stays alive, we should be pretty good and healthy for this trade. So yeah, we'll see how this one goes. All right, guys. Now, if we do have to find a reentry, if anything wrong happens with a lot of volume coming in, a reentry wouldn't be bad as long as the volume stays alive. Keep that in mind, guys. We are trading a little bit of a risky market here, mainly because of obviously the volume coming in. All right, there's a lot of volume today. But as long as we can break these candle lows, we should be good. Oh, I gotta charge my mouse. I'll charge it later though. All right. Now we did get an entry around 81, so we have to see. I would say a scale, a good scale would be like around the 55 range, maybe 55 to 50 range, around there for first scales. So I'll just wait on that before we see anything. Let me check out ES. We need to make sure that ES is also healthy on the selling. Although it's the weak one, we need to make sure that, you know, obviously, if ES goes down, NQ will shoot down twice as hard. All right, guys. All right, we're breaking these candle lows. All right, guys. Beautiful. All right, so far so good. Let me see. Like I said, I would want to take trims maybe below like the 60s, like the 660 range would be pretty good for scales, for something at least, and then we could just hold the rest. You know, maybe break even, and we hold the rest for the price targets, which in my opinion is really far away, but we could probably see if the selling pressure stays alive. Now, the only thing that's really worrying me, guys, is I know we had a green candle here, but we could still expect a pullback here and there. That's the one thing that's really, really like in the back of my mind. So yeah, that's the one thing that's really like worrying me just a little bit, I will say. Because obviously pullbacks are bound to happen, especially when we have so much selling like this. But as long as we're able to hold below the fair value gap, and as long as we're able to hold below these levels of liquidities, we should be good. All right. But yeah, like I said, expect pullbacks, especially with us entering all the way down there. Pullbacks are bound to happen. As long as they're not super, super strong, we should be pretty chilling. All right. But we'll see. But if it doesn't work out, then obviously we'll just go on to the next one. But like I said, for now, just like I said, expect pullback. It's bound to happen. Just trust the trade for now, I will say. We just need ES to kind of reject here as well. I don't think there's like any gap here that we can reject from. No. All right, bet. Yeah, for now, like I said, just trust it. We're gonna see a little bit of drawdown, but as long as we hold below the gap, we should be chilling. All right. It's because typically when we enter, we usually enter after a pullback. Right here, I guess you can consider this a quote unquote pullback, because it's kind of a green candle, but it's kind of like whatever. You know what I mean? The market might want to pull back just a little bit more before we go lower. But the draw is there. You know what I mean? There's not much of a reason as to why we should really be fully reversing. We haven't taken any level of liquidity on ES. We haven't taken out any level of liquidity on NQ, from what I know at least. Yeah, nothing here. We inverse all of the gaps. We should be good. Yeah, hopefully this pullback isn't too strong, because then yeah, it could be a little bit of a. It can get a little ugly for sure. And worst case, if we have to find a re-entry, I'll be open to it, but we'll see. Thing is, what? I don't think Trump is speaking, right, guys? I'll check out the chat in just a second from now. But yeah, no, I don't think Trump is speaking. So the market, I guess, is just really, really volatile right now. Trump is speaking? You're lying. Hold on. Nah, bro, don't tell me that. Do not tell me that. No, he's not. Oh, he's not live? Ah, no, don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that, bro. Ah, you're right, bro. Trump, not concerned by Musk. Ah, no. Well, he's not really saying anything crazy. He's just talking about like the Elon Musk situation, but I guess that's making the markets push up. Ah, I didn't realize that. No way. Yeah, it's making the markets push up quite a bit here. It's getting really close to my stop loss, and the buying pressure is coming in strong, so it's probably going to hit it. But wow, bro, I didn't know Trump was going to be speaking or saying anything, in fact. Wow, that is not pretty, bro. It's getting really close to the stop. I mean, maybe we can get an unexpected sell-off, but man, I was not expecting that. We even created a gap on ES here as well. I mean, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But man, I didn't think it was gonna go live or anything. Let me see. Yeah, with the buying pressure kicking in, that's obviously not making the trade look any better for sure. So we're probably gonna get stopped on this one. If I have to get a new bias and find another reentry somewhere, obviously I'll be open to it, but not the way I wanted to start the day for sure. Yeah, but the buying pressure is coming in really, really strong. And even if we do want to take longs anywhere, if it's gonna be a full on reversal, oh, I mean, we do have a setup here, but oh wait, we do have a dual sweep around here as well. Maybe we can work around that, but it all depends on how the because the volume is good. That's not a question. We don't have to worry about chop or anything. It's just we'll see. We're still waiting, so it's not too much to worry about. I'm just now obviously my mind is all over the place now that I know that Trump could say anything at any time and really mess everything up. All right, we're getting the sell off again. So I guess for now we're sitting pretty. Yeah, we're pretty much going back down to break even. So far so good. So hopefully you guys didn't really get too scared from that. I'm like I look, in all honesty, bro, my heart kind of dropped a little bit when I saw that push up, especially with Trump speaking. You know what I mean? Because that's never a good thing. You know. But yeah, I'll be updating. I'll have this on the screen. I'll be updating the news just in case Trump says something, just so we can react as quick as possible. But yeah, we're selling off again, so we're pretty much good. We haven't gotten stopped out yet. Yeah, because look, guys, Trump, all when we entered. So, but yeah, no, we're shooting back into break even. So far, I know this little scare might have taken a few years off of our lifespan, but it's okay. It's okay. You know what I mean? Let's see if we can break these lows. Hey, on the bright side, guys, on the bright side, we got the pullback that we needed, right? So that's good. We don't have to worry about the pullback anymore. Okay, guys, let's take a little bit of a breather here. Like real shit, guys. Let's take like a good 10-second breather because this got very, very close. And now we're selling off, which is good. But man, that was scary. That was really fucking scary. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna take 4 off here just to be safe. Because that was really, really scary. Let's take 4 off here. All right, guys. All right, let me take another 2 off here. All right, I took 2 off here, guys. All right, I scaled. Oh, okay, Trump, man. Bro, you guys don't understand, bro. My heart is fucking beating, man. Dude, why does the market do this? All right, I'm gonna take one more off here, guys. Okay, no, we're lucky selling off a lot. Oh my, yo. Hold on. Yo, I might take one more off here again. Dude, what was that, guys? Bro, imagine if we would have gotten stopped out, I would have quit trading. Right then, all right, I'm taking one more off here again. Guys, I would have literally quit trading on the spot, bro. I promise you guys. We're up 60 points. I scaled 9 out of 10 contracts here. I'm holding the final contract for PT. I moved my stop loss to break even. Guys, I promise you guys, I might have lost like 3 years of my lifespan. I promise you guys. That was, I know we were expecting a pullback. I was not expecting a pullback like that, though. Wow, that was fucking scary. Let me tell you guys. Whew. Wow. I'm not gonna lie. I definitely, I was really shitting bricks there. It happens. But bro, wow. Okay, let me go ahead and put out the alert real quick. But yeah, I'm gonna hold my final contract with a break-even stop loss until the price target gets hit. Dude, that was really scary. Let me check up the chat, guys. How are you guys doing, guys? How are you guys doing? Huge W, yes sir, bro. I know it's a little scary, but man, I'm seeing a lot of you guys are passing. Some people might be red. Maybe you guys had a little bit of an adjusted stop loss. I might have fucked you up. I mean, it happens. It happens. That pullback was definitely really scary. I'm surprised I didn't get stopped out, surprisingly. But we're doing good. At least most of us. All right, guys. I'm seeing a lot of you guys are posting your profits. My soul left my body. Me too, bro. Me too. Trust me. Me too. All right, guys. If you guys are green on the trade, guys, go post your profits over in the profit channel and go at me. For those that are red, honestly, don't even worry about it. This was a very scary trade. Guys, we missed our stop loss by like 3 points, guys. 3 points, bro. Dude, I need to take a breather, bro. I'm going on a walk after this, man. I don't even like walking, but I'm going on a walk after this, bro. I need it. Yeah, guys, we're doing good. We're doing good. Last contract. I'm gonna take profits at 600. We're about 30 points away. I'm sure we can probably see it very, very soon here. This was definitely. I don't want to go through this again, guys. This was definitely a very scary trade. But we're selling off, guys. We're still selling off here, so we're up quite a bit. We're up 70 points. Once again, if you guys are green on the day, guys, go at me over in the profits channel over here. Wait, we're selling off quite a bit over here. Guys, go at me in the profits channel. Go post your profits over in the profits channel. Go flood this channel up. We currently have 11 people in here. But, guys, go flood this channel. All right, guys? But yeah, let me go ahead and get this sorted. Oh, yeah. Let me see. How many points do we see so far? 75. 75 points on NQ. If you haven't scaled contracts, guys, I'm still like shocked, bro. This trade was definitely something, bro. Wow. Okay. In the back of my mind. Hey, at least we finished the day early today, not like yesterday where we sat in the market, so literally market close, trying to trade it. But yeah, most people are green. ST. I like that poll, bro. I like it. I like it. Guys, I promise you guys, my stomach is actually hurting. Like I'm not even exaggerating. I know like I like to throw around and everything, but dude, this trade was fucking scary. That stop loss was goated. Bro, we missed it by 3 fucking points, bro. 3 points, bro. You can't make it up, bro. I promise you guys, I was shooting bricks. Okay, we're about to see PT, guys. We're about to see PT. I'm about to take full profits here. Oof. What a trade, guys. This one's going in the books for sure, man. This one is going in the books. All right, I'm gonna take full profits here, guys. I'm fully out. Oof. Wow, man. What a fucking trade, guys. I'm gonna go ride the jet ski. I'm done. I need this, bro. I need this, guys. You don't understand, bro. Hey, look, if you guys DM me today, I might not respond because, dude, I was on the charts all day yesterday from 9 to 4:30, guys. From 9 to 4:30, even after market close, I was on the charts. All right, I am exhausted. All right, guys. So I'm gonna go enjoy the day a little bit today, guys. Go get off, guys. Go post your profits over in the profit channel and get off and go enjoy your day. All right, guys. We've had 2 blessed days. Go enjoy the day, guys. All right, get off. I don't want to see you guys in here. All right, I'm gonna post an alert. I'm getting off, man. All right, let me see. PT hit on NQ for plus 85 points. I took full profits here. Guys, go enjoy your day, man. I'm gonna look back at the live and I better not see not one person in here. All right, I better be talking to myself right now, man. But, all right, let me go ahead and take a screenshot here of the chart. Let me see. Okay, PT hit. There we go. I'm surprised we saw 600 today, honestly. I'm surprised we saw 600. Oh, man. This is... Yeah, tech is dumping like crazy, guys. Wow. Let me go ahead and post this in our RP server real quick, guys. Give me 1 sec. If you guys have any questions, obviously, I'm going to check it out right now. So give me 1 sec. But in the meantime, guys, as I'm posting these alerts, guys, go ahead and post your profits over in the profit channel and go at me. All right, guys. Let me go ahead and post this out real quick. Give me 1 sec. Profit Insider. All right, there we go. All right, let me catch up with the chat, guys. Let me catch up with the chat. All right, how are we doing? How are we doing? We did it. We did it. Did you get a payout? Or did you pass your account? How are we looking? How are we looking? Thank God, get us away from all-time highs. I agree. I agree. I agree. I definitely don't want to see my long-term portfolio going down like this, but it's short-term pain for a long-term game. You know what I mean? So yeah. I got you, Pedro. I'll literally do it right now, in fact. I got you, my man. DM me real quick so I can get on top of the list. All right, bro? So I'll move over to StopSub X. Yeah, bro. Go over to StopSub. Yeah. That's fire. Dude, that trade was so scary, bro. Blast, one question. Why do we put this trade on the 35 points and not... Okay, good question. Guys, whenever the market seems really, really, really volatile, 35 points. When the market is moving normal, you know, having normal 20, 30, maybe 40-point candles here and there, 30 points. But if the market is moving very crazy like this and like this, 35 points. All right, guys? Remember, look, for example, today, if we would have used a 30-point stop loss, we would have gotten stopped out because with the market's volume right now, with a 30-point stop loss, with a pullback, you're not giving the market enough room to breathe with these pullbacks. That's why I said, guys, expect a pullback even after we enter the trade, but hopefully it doesn't hit our stop loss, right? That's why we hit a 35-point stop loss. Just because the market is so volatile, we give it room to breathe. All right, guys? So, yeah, that's why we use 35 points today. All right? I got you, bro. I'll check it out right now. In fact, I got you, my man. Let me see. I think usually sometimes the stop might be maybe a little bit more than 30 points, 35 points, but it's normal. I used 35 points, it got stopped, but did you use 35 points from your entry or from our entry? Like from our stop loss, because our stop loss never got hit. It missed it. Guys, I promise you, if I would have gotten stopped out in this dump happened, dude, I would have lost my shit. Like, actually, I would have, like, I promise you guys, I would have probably broken something. Heedless, there's no way you use our entry and our stop loss and got stopped, because remember, we never hit the stop loss. Look at this. We missed it by 3 points, but we never hit it. Look at that. We never hit it. So that's how I feel. Dude, I would have actually lost my shit. Like, I would have screamed on live. You guys remember that one time when I missed my entry for a 120-point trade? It was on a Friday, and I started screaming. That's what would happen right now. I promise you guys, bro. But dude, my stomach actually hurts, bro. That shit, it had me twisting my stomach, bro. Dude, how do you find that? Yeah, look, this trade, guys. Look at this. I mean, the way buyers aren't stepping in on NQ is... Hold on. Look at this, guys. Okay, so long story short, I was looking to take shorts, and news came out, and look what happened, guys. Look. This is still holding on 119. I don't get why there's so much interest in that level. Look. I was looking to inverse this gap, right? Look at this. Bro. Oh, that's news. No. Guys, the easiest trade in the world. And bro, I started screaming, bro. Look at this. Bro, no, the news. No. Bro. Bro, guys, never again, bro. Never again. Oh, hell no, bro. I did make a promise, bro. But yeah, I saw it, bro. Yeah, go over to StopSub. I said go over to StopSub. Let me see. I tried signing in, but it says I have an invalid username. What should I do? I'll sign in through the dashboard. Good times. I don't know so much about good times, but you know what I mean, I could have made a lot of money that day. But yeah. Bro, how? What happened? Bro. Dude, you're one buyer away from getting stopped out. Nah, bro, relax, bro, relax. Bro, come on now, bro. I said stop changing my phone, bro. Let me see. I did it when I tried logging. Oh, maybe if you bought the Topps account right now, it might have. By the way, guys, we're getting the craziest DOL sweep, guys. Look at it. Can't get more perfect, guys. Wow, longs off this wouldn't even be so bad. I'm not gonna lie on the 5-minute time frame. But I'm not gonna say I'm done. I made my money, man. I made my money. All right. But anyways, yeah. If anything, give us some time to create that account if you just bought it. How much money do you have to make to pass a 50K account? 53,000. 53,000. Oh, by the way, guys, pay attention. Am I for what? Oh yeah, I got you. I already processed. Actually, no, I processed it last night. Give it 1 to 3 days. Because yeah, you have the mentorship. But guys, remember tomorrow, guys, tomorrow will be the last day we trade this week. Why? Thursday, early close because of 4th of July. Friday, fully closed because of 4th of July. We do not trade early closes due to the lack of volume. All right, guys. So I know most of us are green today. Take it and enjoy the week. All right. If you guys want to come back tomorrow, we'll take tomorrow easy. I'll do light size tomorrow, maybe like 5 contracts. All right. But guys, tomorrow, Thursday has NFP. No way. Does it? We do. Why on a third? What? No, regardless, I won't trade it because it's early close, but that'll be interesting for sure. But yeah, no, I'm not. I won't be on Thursday. I won't be on Thursday. All right, guys. No, because what's it called with WAP? The thing that happens is some people they buy lifetime and they forget to cancel the monthly or they forget to cancel the 3 month and it charges them again. And obviously, if you bought lifetime, it's you know what I mean, so you don't get charged again, right? So obviously mistakes happen and I always process it back. And for him, he had the mentorship, so it charges him again. All right. So when you see people saying like, "Hey, I got charged again," even though I used a discount or this or that, I always fix it up. All right. But it's never a bad thing. So don't worry. Don't worry. It's just mistakes on. I'm not. I guess like not really a mistake. I guess people buy it and they don't pay attention or something. I don't know. But yeah. Let me see. Is there a point in trading tomorrow if you're super green on the week? Not look. If you're super green on the week and you're happy with your profits, bro, you can go enjoy the week. But we have a very long week this week or a very long weekend. So yeah. Yeah. No. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's all good. It's all good. But yeah. Yeah. Don't worry, bro. I got you. I got you. Much love, bro. Much love, bro. I'll see you tomorrow if anything. All right, guys. About to go request a payout. Bro, let me give you that roll, bro. Hold up. There you go, my man. Congrats on the payout, bro. Congrats on the payout. But yeah, guys. All right, I am off, bro. Guys, I need a huge break from the charge for today, man. So I'm gonna go enjoy the day. All right, guys. I made my money, man. There we go. I got you, bro. I got you. There you go. I made my money, guys. So yeah. All right, guys. But yeah, anyways, I'll see you guys on tomorrow. Tomorrow, same time as always, 9:40. All right. Thank you. All right, guys. Tomorrow, 9:40. I'll see you guys there. Let's make one more green day and we're off. All right, guys. All right. I got you, MF. I got you. All right. Peace out, guys. Enjoy your day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace. And YouTube, guys, hopefully you guys were able to enjoy the stream. Hopefully you guys were able to make some money with me. Once again, guys, look, okay, hear me out, guys. Hear me out. All right. Yesterday, we went right on stream, right? We got chopped out. We got stopped out. But guys, after I ended the stream, I got on live, or I caught a trade with the premium shortly after at 3, right? So we got off at 11, practically 12. We got stopped out. Shortly after, like what, 4 hours later, we caught longs for over 50 points and we made the entire loss back and even more profits on our end, guys. We caught a 50-point trade just like this. All right. And then today, obviously, we're green. So we're sitting super green on the week. Now, if you guys want to be getting access to these trades live, guys, click the first link in the description and use code exclusive to get 75% off any premium upgrade. All right. Here, let me show you guys the code right here. Let me go ahead and send it over in the YouTube chat real quick so you guys can go ahead and go ahead. Hold on. Let me go ahead and send it over here in the chat real quick. Send the WAP. And right here. Boom. Boom. All right, guys. But if you guys are interested in joining the premium, guys, click the first link in the description. I'll see you guys in the winning team. All right, guys. But yeah, I am off stream for today. I'm going to go off and enjoy the day. I'm going to go jet skiing for a little bit. I haven't taken it out in quite a bit of time. So, hopefully the weather is right. All right, guys. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, guys. Peace out, guys. Enjoy your days, guys.